Hello and welcome to the very first unboxing of the Commonwealth Collection, Wave 3. Things are going to work a bit differently this time compared to Waves 1 and 2. Those videos are perhaps a bit punchier, a bit snappier, straight to the point. This will be far more laid back. We're going to take a look inside the box, see exactly what's in here, I'll ramble for a bit, and then we'll all be on our merry way. Everything we uncover from this unboxing will be going up for sale on my eBay shop, starting May 4th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So mark your calendars, make the necessary time adjustments, do the necessary preparations, because if there's something in here that you deem is instant sell worthy, you're gonna want to be there, lest you miss out on the opportunity of potentially buying it forever. At least from us, that is. And if you're curious as to how exactly the sales work or how things operate around here, I highly recommend watching this video. What is the Commonwealth Collection Wave 3? That should get you up to speed. It's linked in the card, in the description, and the pinned comment. Same goes for the eBay shop. There's the card, there's the description, and below that, the pinned comment. And if you're still left puzzled and confused, well, I can't help you at this point, man. You're a bit of a numbskull. I mean, I can't explain things any more clearly than how I have. Anyways, on with the show. Okay, so we have our standard 36 by 20 by 12 corrugated box here. This is the box that Commonwealth uses to store all their items. It's been repurposed for the sake of these unboxings. So let's see. Get all the tape off. Okay. Got all that going. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. That away. We have the ceremonial plastic bag, of which I have sold none. Throw that over there. Okay, this is a classic theme box, so very fittingly, Wave 3 starts with classic, though we'll have other themes as we go on, right? Okay, so starting off, we have this second gen Chuck backpack clip in the factory sealed bag. It is a, let's see, touch tag, HK12C11. It's got the blue clip, so this is the worldwide variation besides Finland. Finland got the yellow clip variant. But we don't just have one. Oh no, this is gonna put Devil Red to shame, I tell you, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're gonna keep going here. We got 25 more of these, okay? What am I gonna do with 25? Well, 35 Chuck backpack clips. What am I gonna do with all these? Well, I don't think this item is gonna be all that popular. I mean, I put a few up for sale in the past, and they haven't exactly been best sellers, and nor have they gone for all that much money. So what we're gonna do, the first 35 orders of Wave 3, I will throw in one of these second-gen Chuck backpack clips. They are all identical, they're all the staring design. I mean, it's nothing special, but if you get in the first 35 orders, it has to be a Wave 3 item, I will throw one of these in. Because why not, right? Now, I got 35 of them. We had this whole box full of them, and I don't know, tossed quite a few of them in here. Because why not? And if I found another box full of these, I could potentially take a bath in them. I think you see what I mean. Devil Red has nothing on this, though, to be fair, we had a whole box of Devil Reds as well, but they're far bigger. These backpack clips are only 3 inches. Just grab all of them. Gosh. 35. This gives you an idea as to how many of these plushies are truly out there. I mean, in one place we had, well, at least 35 of these. They're all in the factory sealed bag. Very nice. You can take it out of the bag, you can do whatever you want with it, frankly. It's your item, but I recommend just keeping the tag on and maybe taking it out of the bag. I mean, I find the bag tiresome at times too, so. Anyways, moving on. We have a HAL backpack clip. This is a 4th gen HAL backpack clip. This was released in the US and in Canada only, so not exactly the most common backpack clip for all my international folk, but it's not terribly rare here in the States. According to the barcode on this guy, or specifically the style number, it says in the back here, this is style number 92237A. So this is from that infamous mix of backpack clips that included the carded Bubbles and the carded Stella. Very desirable backpack clips for obvious reasons, especially with Bubbles. But Hal being a very popular character in the fandom these days, I mean, this is undoubtedly going to be a quite popular item. But we've only got one, so first come, first serve. No production code in this one, though. Production code is the stamp code that's always in the back of production plushies tush tags. This one doesn't have that, just completely blank. It's got all the copyright information in the factory code, HK85. The Mix A usually have the I-12 production code, so I'm not exactly sure why this guy is missing it, because it doesn't appear to be anything special besides that. So could potentially be a sample, but how would I know? So there's that. Okay, moving on. We have a 4th Gen red novelty hat. So this was initially released as a 2nd Gen item, re-released in Gen 4. It's got this really big hang tag here, quite oversized. I've always found this amusing. It says 8+ on the back. You have to be 8 years or older to wear this novelty hat. And the other thing I find fascinating on here too is this thing. This is a little plastic bit that's been fastened to the top of the toy. You can call it a toy hat. It says remove before play. Yes, I'm going to be playing with this thing. It's a novelty hat, yeah. Let's go play with it. It's going to be so much fun. Anyways, this thing is attached because they want to hang it on a store peg, right? And you can't do that without this. This is not present on the 2nd Gen variations, only on the 4th Gen release. Anyway, red. That's pretty cool. Gotta like the plush novelty hats. Then we also have Bomb from the same assortment, I would guess. They have sewn-in labels on the inside here. Of course, the typical 4th Gen label. This is an H12. So this is from, just doing quick maths, August 2012, right? HK98. So it's also got the white plastic bit up top, hanging on the peg. And we have 2 of these. The Bomb novelty hat was never released with the spot. Might have come out as a 2nd Gen release, but also could have been introduced for the 4th Gen. I'm not entirely sure. I know my Commonwealth stuff, I don't know it that well. And then we also have Blue to round out this little trio here. There's also Stella and the Minion Pig. I don't think the Minion Pig was included in the 4th Gen assortments. Let's see, so this guy's got his hang tag, he's got the sewn-in label, he's got the plastic bit again. So they never made a blue novelty hat with the old dead stare design. He only exists with the cross-eye design. There is that other novelty hat that we've looked at before that's got the longer legs and the pockets. Those are samples, those were made earlier. By the time Blue made it into the production assortments, he looked like this. Assuming that's one of the rare novelty hats, right? Blue and Stella are generally considered to be the rare of the 5 that they officially released. Anyways, moving on. We have this Matilda plush here. This looks like your pretty standard Matilda plush, nothing too special about it, but to me it does look a little bit bigger than your standard 5-inch, so this could be a size development sample. It's a 2nd Gen, and looking at the tush tag, it says HK98A11, so it's got a production code on here, but I have seen plenty of plushies that have A11 on the tush tag that are indeed size development samples. In this Matilda, to me, it just looks a little bit off, so potential sample here. It's got no hang tag to tell you that it is for sure, but just my guess. It's coming from Commonwealth, so anything that's weird, I think I'm safe to assume that it is. Anyways, moving on. We have Bomb here. This also looks like a pretty standard Bomb plush until you turn it around and, well, you got this big piece of cardboard that's been fastened to the back, and it says 6-inch toy from FN. So this is a size development sample. This is an official size development sample. So FN, by the way, refers to the factory, I'm guessing. I don't know what FN stands for. It obviously stands for something. It feels kind of similar to how the Good Stuff plush toys, if you look on their tush tags, They can have the production code, well, at least the factory code, BD or FY, as I recall. FN, along those same lines, stands for something, I don't know. The factory code in this guy is HK12, so FN could be HK12. I don't know. I don't know for sure. This guy does have a sound chip, obviously with the squeeze me tag. Does it work? It indeed does. Let me put it up to the mic so you can hear it. Pretty demonic sounding, as you would expect. He has no spot, by the way, so assuming this size development sample came out, well, not came out, but was done up, after January 2011. They stopped doing these spot bombs somewhere during that month, so it could be from March, February, something like that. I don't assume it was much later than that. They were probably, they were experimenting around with some of these oddball size variations for some reason. And I know for Walmart they did 5.75-inch plushies, for reasons that are far too complicated for this little video, but they also did 6.5-inch variations at one point. And you can always tell those have a barcode on their touch tags, or at least an additional touch tag that has a barcode on it. Not to be confused with the Kmart ones, but anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent. Weird 6-inch bomb plush here. Same scale as the Winter Bomb, if looking for a reference. Here is another size development sample. This is a Minion Pig. According to the tag, it is a 5.5-inch size development sample from Fantastic Toys Manufacturing. This is a sample submission. Ooh. We've seen this tag before in the past, right? On some larger plushies, think like 8.5-inch, something like that. Red and a pig. This is obviously a much smaller plush. It says some information on here. We have date 2011 3.5. So I'm assuming that's March 5th, 2011. Customer, CWT, that's Commonwealth, of course. Product number, there's nothing written there. Product name, 5.5-inch, and then some Chinese text that I can't read. Approved for, nothing there. Remarks, nothing there. Backside, product number, again, nothing there. Comments, approved by, nothing. Okay. This tag, by the way, is fastened to his ear. I guess that's consistent with the one that we've looked at before. No sound, second gen. This guy's touch tag is also HK12, no production code. But I know for sure that HK12 is Fantastic Toys. So this is their formal name. HK12 is their informal name. By the way, if you're wondering what HK12 means, that means Hong Kong 12. 12 refers to the, in Commonwealth's database, they've worked with over 100 different factories in China, okay? This factory is the 12th one that they've worked with, or at least the 12th one in their database, I guess. They did a lot of the plushies really early on, around 2011, well, 2010 to 2011. They were less prevalent as we went into 2012 and 2013, but they still kept a relationship with Commonwealth. I don't know. But anyways, this guy's from HK12, from March 2011, size development sample, just a little bit bigger than your standard 5-inch Minion Pig. Here's another quirky novelty for you. It is the Matilda Golf Club cover. So I know I showcased this a bit in the lead up to Wave 3 in some of the trailers, but here it is officially. And I know there's a weird cult following out there for these. There's people on eBay who spend far too much on these considering what they are, but admittedly they do have their charm. They are just a standard 5-inch plush, a bit understuffed, and they have this sock boot thing on the bottom that allows you to put it on a golf club. Slip it right over, and it acts as a bit of a decoration as you mosey around the golf course. So, kind of a ingenious idea. You can sell your old farts on this one. And I'm curious as to whether there are the people out there who are collecting these, but regardless, a brief history for you, because there's a lot of people who aren't exactly familiar with the golf club covers. They're kind of obscure, kind of niche. Commonwealth in 2011, they released a set of 4 golf club covers that included Red, Bomb, Dominion Pig, and later King Pig for some reason. They were released on 2nd gen cards through 3rd gen, through 4th gen, and all that. They later released Star Wars variants in late 2012, mid 2013, that kind of range. But for the classic assortment, they never released Matilda, Blue, or Chuck. We got the missing 3 right here. So for those of you who collect golf club covers, these are the 3 you are missing. I guess you're technically missing a helmet pig and a mustache pig too, but trust me on this, they never made those. Though I'd like to see them try. Those would be pretty cool. But these are 2nd gen. So they have the dead stare design. They have the 2nd gen touch tags. Blue is HK85. Chuck is also HK85, but Matilda, I saw, is HK79. So this one was made in a different factory for some reason. Can't imagine why. But there you go. The missing trio. So I guess they made Red because he's the main character, right? They did the pig because you need a protagonist. Well, not a protagonist, you need an antagonist. You need the protagonist with Red, antagonist with the pig. And then they also did Bomb because I guess they figured he was the fan favorite, right? He's like the most powerful bird in the game. And then they did King Pig later on for some reason. Don't know why. That one's weird. That's for its own little video. Anyways, missing 3 golf club covers. Moving on. We also have a highly requested item finally arriving to the Commonwealth collection. These are the Commonwealth collectible figurines. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the 2 packs that they released. They released them in, 3, 4 different packs, right? There were 8 characters total, but they were initially released as Red and Matilda. They had Bomb and the Blues, and they had Chuck and the Pig, as I recall, right? They were released on 2nd gen, 3rd gen, and 4th gen cards. Well, for the 2nd gen release, they also did these cool, they're officially called collectible figurine 3-packs. These are collector tins. I mean, just look at the really awesome art on that. They got the sunrise in the background, the sun rays, the burst. It's Commonwealth app toys. They got the entire set pictured on the front. They got Red on the top. On the bottom says HK101 G11 Commonwealth Toy Novelty. So obviously this doesn't include the whole set. It's only big enough for 3 of them going across, right? So there are 2 different variations to this collector's tin. There's one assortment that includes, if I recall correctly, it's Bomb, the Blues, and the Minion Pig. The other variation includes Red, Chuck, and Matilda. And from the outside, unfortunately, there is no way to tell which one it is. I mean, I would open it for you, but it's shrink wrapped, and I don't want to take off the shrink wrap in case whoever buys it wants to shrink wrap. Complicated situation like that, right? Not really my product to be messing with. I'm assuming whoever buys it will take off the shrink wrap, and when you do, please let me know which ones you get. Now, this thing does have a style number. It's 92226, so that might tell you which characters are inside. I do have 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. And these are all identical with regard to their style number, so these are all 92226. Interesting. There you go. So let me know if you buy one of these, which ones you end up getting. Regardless, the tin itself is pretty cool. Even if you already had the figures, I think it's worth collecting. They never released this with 3rd gen or 4th gen art either, so it was a 2nd gen only. I believe there were plans to release a larger collector tin with all 6 included, but they only ended up releasing that 3-pack, and it only made it out for one of the gens. Moving on, we have what appears to be a pretty standard classic 8-inch Red plush. Staple in everyone's collection, presumably, though probably the most generic Angry Bird plush you could possibly own. This is a 2nd generation, no sound, so it's probably going to be sold on shop.angrybirds.com or something of the sorts. Those plushies obviously did not come with sound. See, this is an HK12 C11, so yet another March 2011 plush. We've had quite a bit of that today. Just in immaculate condition, I must say. There you go. 8-inch Red. I don't know what he was doing in the Commonwealth basement if he was meant for shop.angrybirds.com, but here we are. Finally liberated. Free at last. Just like this Chuck. 8-inch. Pretty much companion for that Red. A perfect companion if it weren't for this sound chip up here with the Squeeze Me tag. Does not work, unfortunately, but no platform, so probably not meant for Toys R Us or something of the sorts. Probably is meant for Toy Wiz or some other retailer. Perfect condition, dead stare. He is also a HK12 C11. More March 2011 funny business. Here is a 8-inch Matilda. So we have 3 8-inch classic plushies. It's all mint with their tags and all that. She is a HK12D11. So she is from April 2011, one month later. Then we have this Minion Pig 2-dimensional pillow. So this retains a lot of the same elements as the regular Minion Pig plush. Super soft, it's got the felt eyes, it's got the embroidered details and all that. It's even got the little sewn-in label down here. No tail, just like the plush either. HK98G11. It's your production information. And the barcode on this, I want to talk about this specifically. This says the style number 91481 and the barcode number 22286914883. So, bit of trivia for you. 22286. That's what it says on the tag here. Those are the first 5 numbers on the barcode besides the first 0 and the last 3. I'm ignoring those two. 22286 is the internal kind of code for Commonwealth for saying this is an Angry Birds item. So every Angry Birds item from Commonwealth, besides a few ornaments that I've seen, always start with 22286. And then the next 5 numbers will always kind of correlate to that style number that I mentioned. So style number 91481, and then the second 5 numbers on the barcode are 91483. So apparently this is the 3rd item in the mix. Can't imagine what the other one would be. I know there's a red 2-dimensional pillow, and of course the Minion Pig here, but what would be that 3rd one? Because presumably red would probably be the 91481. There's got to be something that's the 91482, if this is the 91483. Regardless, I'm nerding out here. This is a cool pillow, and you should probably buy it. I wish I could have it. Super cool. Okay, more throw pillows. We have this. See, this one is full of beans. This is more of a just kind of printed throw pillow. It's got fleece on the back. It's got a pretty generic, probably from the Angry Birds style guide, print up front. It's got Terrence, you got the blues, you got Bomb, you got Chuck, Red, Matilda, looking over some of the pigs with the Angry Birds logo in the corner. This thing's got, it's all just beans. Full of little beans. And it's got this big, regulatory tag on it. It says, under penalty of law, this tag is not to be removed except by the consumer. So this, for some reason, was something they had to include on this. I wouldn't recommend removing it if you happen to buy this item, but you be you. It's yours if you buy it. This is a 4th gen release, HK102J12. So this was probably released to market in late 2012, probably December, could be early 2013. J12 is October 2012. Kind of surprising that something like this they would have done in Gen 4, but I guess I can see it. Neat little pillow. And then to go with that one, we have these two, which might appear identical, yes, but instead of being filled with little beans, they are actually stuffed. And this one actually has a bit of a thicker fleece on the back. It's got the same 4th gen tush tag. It's got the same regulatory big fat, not to be removed unless by the consumer tag here. But it's got no production code. It says HK102, but no J12, so this is a prototype, a sample. It's got the same design on the front, and because we have 2 of these, I guess you could buy the pair, and if you have like an Angry Birds man cave or something, and got like a couch that requires 2 pillows, just use these. Might be a neat little decoratory piece. And then interestingly, the fleece on the back of this one is slightly longer than the fleece on the back of this one. So, 2 different samples. Guess they were deciding on how long they should cut that back there. They just ended up cutting it really short on the production one. This is more of like your matte fur. This is more like your fluffy fur. Kind of interesting. This next item is of particular interest to me and it's quite fascinating and revealing when I first saw it. So take a look at this. You're probably wondering what the hell is inside this thing. Has to be rather tall and slender, right? Well, on the front, it says style number 91846, Angry Birds Baseball Assortment in display box. 6 pieces, number blank of 500. So this presumably is a 1 of 500 box of Angry Birds baseballs. Indeed, Commonwealth made Angry Birds baseballs. They made quite literally everything with Angry Birds on them. Here's the inside. Check those puppies out. Oh yeah, so they come in 2 different styles. You've got, of course, get it out. Come on, there we go. You've got red. It's got red on the sides. It's got the Angry Birds logo up front. It's come in a nice little retail display box. Probably don't even want to take it out. Looks so good in the box. You got the Minion Pig. Of course, you just gotta have the protagonist and the antagonist. It's also got King Pig on the bottom, so I guess it's just a pig-themed baseball, but to the box, of course, you have 6 different ones in here. Let me show you the assortment once again. So you've got 4 reds and 2 pigs. And if you want to do the math on this, so if there are 4 reds, 2 pigs, this whole box itself is 1 of 500. So you're going to have 1,000 pigs in existence and 2,000 reds in existence. So that gives you an idea as to how rare these things actually are. Obviously, the standard Angry Bird plush toy they made in the tens of thousands. Well, these, I mean, for the pig, I mean, there's only 1,000 in the world. I mean, excluding prototypes if they're out there, but that's pretty cool. And to have the original display box, I mean, that's pretty cool. I'll be keeping 2 of them for myself. Gotta love those. And of course, I'll be reserving the box as well. And the last item of today's unboxing is a bit of an oddball, but that's not anything we're not used to. It is a giant 2-dimensional red throw pillow. So it is about the size of your typical jumbo Angry Bird plush toy, except this is the 2-dimensional throw pillow, very similar to that Minion Pig that we looked at earlier. This is obviously a sample. They did not make the 2-dimensional pillow in this scale. It's got a 4th gen touch tag, interestingly. Can't imagine why they were thinking about releasing this for 2012 or 2013, but it is Commonwealth after all. World-renowned decision makers they are. It's quite cool. You add this thing to your Angry Birds man cave, and you'll be the toast of the town. How about that? So anywho, that will do it for today's unboxing. Quite novelty heavy, I guess, for those who are into that. Quite a few obscure novelties as well. You got the golf club covers, you got 2-dimensional throw pillows, you got regular throw pillows, got baseballs, of course, those are a personal fascination of mine, and you got a few plush toys here and there, but not as much as we've seen in the past. Of course, a bunch of Chuck backpack clips for some reason. Find something to do with those. Anywho, if you're interested in any of these items, be sure to check out the eBay shop next week, May 4th, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any comments, questions, or complaints, you can let me know in the comment section below. And with that I say, peace out.